My mama told me I was a genius, a superstar. I was the greatest, but I didn't believe her. What's up, family? This your boy, Drop the Mic. It's been a long time since I had the opportunity to come and share with you guys, but I want to come share something that God has really pushed up on my heart. There's something that I feel like believers have fallen short in, and that's really sharing our testimonies. The Bible clearly states that we overcome the world by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. He also says in Matthew chapter 28 that he's given us all authority. So we have the authority to overcome certain things, but we just have to share it. And there's certain people that's assigned to us that need to be saved, that need to hear our testimonies. However, we refuse to share it, or our testimony is so stale and so dried out that people won't even believe it. Tip number one. Tip number one is, how will you start your testimony? It's so important. You can't start your testimony talking about some You can't start your testimony with, speaking in tongues. He coming in 100, hey. You can't start your testimony that way. It's very important that you start your testimony with something authentic and real that people can grab a hold to. For instance, man, you know what? God delivered me from an addiction to drugs. That's a good way to start. The best way to start a testimony is to start a testimony off real and authentic. We've heard enough fake foolishness for the rest of our lives. Give us something real, people of God. Give us something real. What's the middle? Have some substance to your testimony. Don't just be shallow. Go in depth. Be transparent. Bear as much as you can bear within the time frame that you have and have their attention. You don't want to give too much because you don't want to seem like you're so dramatic. But you do want to give enough where you can be a believable source and a witness for Jesus Christ. So, have a banging middle just like you had a banging beginning. It's very important within your testimony that you have some realistic approaches. So you need to be able to share who you were before Christ. For instance, you had your bald cap on. You remember you used to be on the side of the strip in the club. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Who are you before Christ? Did you have that drink? Were you drinking that Hennessy? Were you smoking that weed? Be able to share that with people so they can understand that you're real and you struggle just like them. Listen, all right, don't be trying to, with people. Have a clear understanding with your testimony. It's okay to write your testimony out. Make sure that you use proper communication with people so they can understand. If you meet somebody on the street, it's okay to use street linguistics. But if you meet somebody in corporate America who has not met Christ, you may want to put that down for a second and relate to them where they are. It's very important that we reach people like Christ reached people. Here's a good one. Do I understand who Christ really is? Because you got some people, they're not really believers. They on something else. So you need to make sure before you get to share your testimony that you're testifying and not testifying. You dig? You dig what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that your body language, is right in sync with what you're trying to share with people. Don't be all over the place. Have good eye communication. Have great body language. And be inviting. Smile. So people can understand that Christ is not mean. He's a nice individual who's coming to save those who are lost. Listen, I know it's going to be hard. I know these steps are coming at you super, super fast. But God clearly states in his word that he has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And if God didn't give you that, then what he's telling you is to return that cowardness, that timidness back to the enemy where it belongs. Because he has a purpose and destiny for you to share your testimony. Listen, this is your boy Drop the Mic saying get in the flow. And if you can't get in the flow, drop the mic.